Hey again. This is one of these another rare political videos out here in the park recording it just because it's a nice, not in my bedroom place to say all this. But trying to also get a bit of an isolated area. But anyway, as we all know, in America, the midterm elections are coming up, and normally I'd just be using this time to say, just get out and vote. Like, I don't really care who you vote for most of the time, and if you want to ruin the country with who, either way you look at who you're voting for, if you're saying I'm ruining it with who I'm voting for, then your equally valid opinion. As long as you're voting. Not voting, I don't care about your opinion at all. You're worse than if you're going against me. But, yeah. But instead of just that general go and vote message, I actually have to go against the candidate again for the second time in one of these. Because, this is a candidate that doesn't really fit my criteria for keeping their job. You see, let's give a bit of backstory. So since about 2004, 2005, so over 10 years, I've been in the habit of writing my representatives, starting on the national level with senators and congresspeople, asking for policy positions and just a bit of clarity on bills in there going forward. And in the past 4 or 5 years, been also getting into writing state people for that. Well, in over 10 years, I've been getting replies back, usually standard boilerplate stuff, just like, thank you for your letter, we'll take your words to heart and that sort of stuff. Getting them from representative, getting them from future Governor Newsom, getting them from this and that. Former Senator Boxer was always the one. Her staff wrote really good replies back. They actually took the time to answer me, so she had a really good staff and really answered constituent questions really well, so she was cool. She was really cool. Unfortunately, her counterpart, Senator Dianne Feinstein, has yet to write me back on a single subject, not even a boilerplate letter from her. And I can disagree with her on a lot of stances. I can agree with her on a lot of stances. But she hasn't replied to me in 10 years of writing her. So not even having her staff take the time to print out a standard letterhead and say, oh, we'll look into this, thank you for writing. None of that. She doesn't do that. And that really bugs the hell out of me. She doesn't answer a constituent who's writing her on topics that matter to them. Most of the stuff I'm honestly writing about is, tech policy and green technology, green energy, like internet expansion, net neutrality, that the stuff that I'm really interested in, and that sort of stuff. I mean, healthcare and all of that too. And she never replied to me on any of that, and I didn't even know she had a stance on net neutrality until she was one of the last senators to sign on to the undo the repeal of net neutrality bill. Yes, she was one of the last ones, right before the Republican signed on to get it out of the Senate. So yeah, she didn't really have a stance on that. Senator Harris was one of the ones who introduced that motion. On this topic as well, her opponent is one of the people who actually wrote one of the bills that California advanced. And when another state senator wrote an even better bill, he dropped his and backed the one that eventually became law. So yeah. And before he even did that, when I was looking up information on him, that was right there in the middle of his website. Clear net neutrality and technology policy, internet freedom, privacy laws, all of that was very clearly there before I even started digging into any of his sites. So thank you, De Leon. You definitely won me over really quickly like that, because you actually had information before I could even ask for it. Unlike your opponent, who doesn't really have that clearly on her site and hasn't replied to me in 10 years. So yeah, if you're in California, I highly suggest you vote De Leon for Senate, because he actually has good policies and they're clearly spelled out for his supporters. Feinstein hasn't written back a single constituent in years, and her policies are very clearly muddled, not to mention any of the other being on the fence stuff with this current administration. And gosh, she's come so close so many times to just losing it all. And then yeah, she definitely lost my vote. But if she gets reelected, I'm fine with that, because she'll continue representing California as well as she has. And I'll look forward to 6 more years of her never answering any of my questions, because good senators do that sort of thing. So yeah, there's a reason why I'm against one of the candidates, and instead of just giving you a nice message of make sure you get out and vote and elect who you want to elect. So thank you for watching. This wasn't paid by anyone. This is personal fan video basically. So, and hopefully get out there and we get Senator De Leon representing California alongside Harris. They would be a killer team to represent California, because they will definitely stand up and fight. Unlike one standing up and fighting, the other one tagging on in the background. That's you, Harris, or that's you, Feinstein, in the background to Harris, who I look forward to being a president, vice president, whatever, one of these days. I will definitely vote Warren Harris in 2020 if I get the chance. Oh, both of them would be so much better than anyone else we have in the field. Anyway, get out there, vote, have a good one. Hopefully the country can be saved, at least in some small part in November. And see you around.